Alright, kings and queens and everything in between, welcome back to the channel. This is Dude, your humble host for this special episode of Ops Roast, because we're going to be talking about my Royal Rumble predictions on, well, the Royal Rumbles themselves, like the actual matchups, the women's and the men's, respectively. So, my predictions, let's get the men out of the way first. Like, everybody's going with Cody Rhodes to win the whole thing, right? Like, everybody going for Cody Rhodes. But I'm going to be the odd one out, right? I'm going to be the odd one out and say that the winner will be within the bloodline. And the reason I say that is because the history of the bloodline and why it formed in the first place is basically off of genuine like infighting with the family. It's like a family type of thing. And I believe my number one pick to win the Royal Rumble, well, my top pick to win the Royal Rumble is Jey Uso. Especially Jey Uso, because the story is still there. The story still writes itself, especially considering that he did pop off on Roman Reigns, as we remember. It's like, I don't care, I don't care what the tribal chief says. And that was just like a big opening for the Royal Rumble, for me personally, for Jey Uso to take it all the way. But that's just me. That's just the way that I would take it. And that's my pick for the fantasy. For the dream, for the story, for the actual direction that I wanted to go. For the bloodline to fall apart, I want Jey Uso to be the one to start the breakup. I want him to be like the main one, since he was the right, main event Jey. Want him to come back, right? Cool. Bam. Ooh. I'm sorry. I just really waking up, honestly. For like my second pick for the men's Rumble, like honestly, like it's like everybody's prediction. Like I choose Sami Zayn to take it. Honestly, I choose Sami Zayn to take the Royal Rumble win. Shock to everybody. That'll be one of the shocking moments in the Royal Rumble. To me, if Sami Zayn able to beat 29 other people in a Royal Rumble, eliminating everybody, and going on to face off against Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, because Kevin ain't gonna win, and it's going to be most likely because of Sami Zayn's involvement, or Solo, who is another dark horse. Like, he's a dark horse, and I will want him to win. I would like to see Solo be the one to eventually break it up, and that'll be like the biggest twist ever. And I'll be like, holy crap, what? That'd be a big old twist. I would like that. But outside of the bloodline, who do I see winning the Royal Rumble? Well, let me put it like this. Who do I want to win the Royal Rumble? Outside of the bloodline, let's see. Let me think. Going through the entire roster just now, just molding through, there's not a lot of people that I feel needs the Royal Rumble win or would be like a great rival for Roman Reigns. But because the Royal Rumble all the way to WrestleMania could slowly build them up to be a challenge for Roman Reigns, right? Build them up, like get done with their current storyline and build them up. One person in particular that surprisingly hasn't won a Royal Rumble, Seth Rollins. I would like to see him win the Royal Rumble, like at least once. You know, I would like to see him win the Royal Rumble. He hasn't won one, and that's kind of surprising, to be honest, because I thought he would at least won two, but nah, he ain't won one yet, and that's kind of like woof. But you know, this could be the year Seth Rollins win the Royal Rumble. But like I said, yeah, that's the ones I want to see win the Royal Rumble. To continue storylines, pick up where they left off with older storylines, and also see something new, see something different with the other choices. And then for the women's, I have my picks. Okay, I would like to see Bayley win the Royal Rumble, right? I would like to see Bayley win the Royal Rumble. I would like to see... Well, the reason for Bayley, right? The reason for Bayley is to get her rematch against Bianca, right? Get her rematch, get her lick back against Bianca. And I wouldn't want Bianca to lose at WrestleMania, right? But I would want it to be close. I want it to be a classic, and it will be. I honestly believe it will, because they have classic. Their last match that they had for the title was a classic. That was actually a good match. Enjoyed every single moment of it. Let's see. Besides Bayley, my personal pick, and this is just me playing favoritism, Dakota Kai. Surprised the crap out of everybody. Now, two things that will potentially be something is Dakota eliminating Bayley, causing that rift to happen within Damage Control, right? Because Dakota wanted it more. And I'm not leaving EO out of it at all, because that's a mistake to do that. But Dakota being my personal favorite, gotta put her in the talks for winning the Royal Rumble. And I would love for her to win the Royal Rumble. Be a complete swerve shock to everybody. But I gotta be a little more. I'm more optimistic on my picks when it comes to the women's Royal Rumble, because there's so many that could challenge for either Charlotte's or Bianca's titles when they're in the Royal Rumble. And because the women's Royal Rumble has so many, it has so much potential, it has so many, it's just I can't necessarily choose. But Bayley is my number one pick for sure to win the whole thing. Bayley is my number one pick. I would want her to win the whole Royal Rumble. That's just me. I would want her to win the Royal Rumble. If not her, then possibly Becky Lynch could win it. And then for the wild card, Dakota's my personal pick, right? Dakota's my personal pick. But the wild card, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's definitely a wild card. And it's going to be a moment of Riot Squad unity, because Sarah Rowe is in it. Sarah, she's a part of WWE with the Viking Raiders. And I'm just excited to see what's going to happen in Royal Rumble. I'm definitely excited to see what's going to happen at the Royal Rumble all together. Every single match I'm here for. Like, especially the pitch black match between LA Knight and Bray Wyatt. Because I don't know. Come out with ideas, and I don't know, like gimmick matches like this where I don't know. You pique my interest, so I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be like, yo, what the freak is this? Because that Firefly Funhouse match with Bray and John Cena was absolute masterpiece. I don't care what anybody says, but it wasn't a match. It was. It had a match at the end of it. It told a story. They did moves. So, match. It was a match. And I don't care what anybody says. There was a match. And it was a beautiful one at that. Beautiful storytelling within the match. Psychological warfare to the max. Sorry, I hit my fan. But one other thing I want to talk about is WWE 2K23, the tease. The teases that we've been getting leading up to the Royal Rumble, which is when we're going to get the information, is what I believe, because the Royal Rumble is closing in the gap. And with all the rumors and leaks and everything that's coming out, the Royal Rumble seems like the ideal place to release some information, because even 2K themselves on their 2K page tease what could possibly be 2K23 coming around the corner. And I am very hopeful, right? I'm hopeful in this game and wanting this game to be just. I don't want to say like perfect. I want to say as close to just super excellent, Just super excellent. That's all I want. It's a super excellent game with an in-depth My Rise, in-depth My GM, in-depth, an actual My Faction that applies with online. Everything that I've talked about before. All the good things I talked about before apply to this game. And let me keep myself composed. Let me keep myself calm. Because when this game comes out, bet money I'm going to be on Twitch. Bet money I am going to be on their live streaming on my channel on Twitch. And we will be doing Universe Mode. And all its goodness. And it'll be great. It'll be great. All creative people and everything like that. So, with that said, yeah, my predictions for the men's and women's Royal Rumbles have a bunch of multiple choices. But my number one picks for each, and I'm going to clarify this, Sami Zayn for the men, and for the women, Bayley. Those are my two picks right there. If I don't have my personal favorites for both sides, which for the men, I want Bobby Lashley to win. Because Bobby freaking Lashley. And for the women, I would like Dakota Kai to win. Because she's freaking captain of Team Kick. She's my captain. Still. And even at that, who are your predictions to win the Royal Rumble? What are your predictions to win the men's and the women's Royal Rumble? I got my picks. Who you got? Let me know in the comment section below. Like and subscribe and share this video with everyone that's excited for the Royal Rumble. That's excited for 2K23. That's excited for everything that is coming out from WWE right now. Everything related to the Royal Rumble. But until next time, kings and queens, I hope you enjoy your fantastic day, and I will see you the next time. Peace.